In the dry deserts of southeastern California, Arizona, northern Mexico, and northern Baja California, there is a large tree that grows to 40 feet tall. When it is young, its bark and leaves are a very dark bluish green. That's because they are loaded, both the bark and the leaves, with chlorophyll. This tall tree has its limbs droop to the ground, so the leaves brush the ground and provide a nice haven to hide underneath and get the shade. It's a member of the pea family, and like all members of the pea family, it has a pinnate leaf. With this particular tree, the pinnate leaves come in either 2 or 4 leaflets, and like other pea family members, the desert trees, there is a short spine near the leaflet. This tree is absolutely gorgeous in the spring when a massive bloom occurs for 2 weeks with beautiful yellow flowers that are so dense you cannot see the green leaves underneath. The flower has the pea family banner petal, but it is open, and it is larger than the 4 other petals. There are little orange dots on each of the other 4 petals, but they're very small in this species. It's pollinated by bees, and entomologists have discovered that as many as 20 separate species being on the tree at the same time. Like all peas, the fruit is a pod. So what you have is a classic pea pod, and the seed in it are classic pea family peas. However, these are super, super hard. They fall to the ground and will not germinate unless they've been scarified by flood or through the digestive system of an animal. These are eaten by beetles, large javelina, and rock ground squirrels. They were not used very often by human beings because of the hardness, the density of the seeds. The blue palo verde is very fast growing, and because it's so fast growing, it has soft wood. It has a short life, and it breaks off in floods and high winds. And it is poor for lumber as it's too soft, and it's too stinky to use as firewood fuel. The fumes, I guess, are quite obnoxious. Its niche is in an unusual habitat. Deserts do not provide much water for tall trees. But here we have palo verde, which can grow to 40 feet tall, living in the middle of what is called a dry riparian habitat zone. That means it's generally in a arroyo, a wash, or a wadi. Most of the year, it's very, very dry. However, there is subterranean water underneath. Tall trees can send deep roots to collect water to keep them going. They get most of their water, however, during periods of rainfall in the desert, when it comes flowing through the wash, and also during flash floods. Flash floods also break their limbs. The blue palo verde is a leftover from the last ice age, when most of the land around here 10,000 years ago was covered by savannas and rolling hills. Since that time, its habitat area has shrunk to where it's now only in arroyo, and different species of palo verdes are replacing it up on the higher, drier ground. One of the most beautiful trees used for shade and seen in desert communities is the blue palo verde. It is used somewhat as a cultivar only in its native habitat zone. It's a wonderful time seeing the blue palo verde in the Anza Borrego Desert. The blue palo verde, Cercidium floridum.